Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do these gingerbread and candy cane nails. But first, have you subscribed yet? If not, I don't understand why not, because you know these nails are about to be fire. Alrighty, so as per usual, I'm going to start off with 2 coats of dried peel off base coat. And today I'm going to do some polygel nails, so I'm going to use my Model 1's gel base coat. And I'm going to polish that on all 5 of my nails, so that way the polygel can stick to my nails. Okay, once I finish applying that base coat, I'm going to cure that in my LED UV light for 60 seconds. And I'm going to use my isopropyl alcohol as my slip solution for my polygel. And these are the colors we're going to use: red, green, and a temperature changing color, which I love this color. And first I'm going to go with the red Rosalind polygel on my index finger at the top and the green color at the bottom. We're going to do kind of sort of like an ombre, or I guess you can call it a dual color nail. I'm using my dotting tool to place the polygel roughly where I want it to be, and I'm going to dip my brush into the alcohol, and I'm just going to push this polygel all around to where I want it to go. I don't want my nail to be too thick, and I don't want it to be too thin because I want the durability. So my nail has to be just right. 3 little bears. Shout out to you, Goldilocks. And I also want to try my hardest to keep my nail shape, because the more I keep my nail shape, the less filing I have to do. Periodically, you'll see me wiping my brush around my cuticles and my side walls, because I want to try my hardest to keep the product off of my skin, because number 1, contact dermatitis, I ain't got time for that, and number 2, due to me having this peel off base coat, that will definitely make my nails peel off a whole lot faster than I want it to, and ain't nobody got time for that. Once I get my nail how I want it, make sure there's no product left on my skin, I will cure that in my LED UV light for 60 seconds. And now I'm starting in on my pinky nail. And this time I want the red to be on the inner portion of the nail and the green to be more on the outer portion of the nail. And I realized the spatula is a whole lot easier to use than my dotting tool, because it comes off the spatula so much easier. So I'm placing the color with the opposite end of my brush with the spatula, and I'm just patting the color into place. Periodically, after dabbing the red polygel, I realized it leaves kind of sort of a red tinge on my brush, so I periodically just dab it off and re-dip my brush back into the alcohol so I can move the polygel around even more. And this little tip was just stubborn and it was not trying to come off. Alright, once I get my nail exactly how I want it, I cure that in my LED UV light for 60 seconds. And now I'm moving on to my thumbnail, which I put the green more focused towards the top and the red more focused towards the bottom. So that way it's a flip-flop of what is on my pointer. I gotta say, I really loved working with this red polygel. The red polygel was my most favorite to work with. The green was okay, and in another video, you guys see these other colors, but I honestly, hands down, think that the red was my all-time favorite to work with. It was so pigmented, it was so easy to maneuver, and it was just a dream, other than me trying to focus on myself. But that red, oh, I love that red. And once I finally got that thumbnail how I wanted it, I cured that in my LED UV light for 60 seconds. And now we're going to use the temperature change polygel from my Model 1 stick. And honestly, I used entirely too much on this nail, but I will take it off and I will use the residual on my green fingernail because I don't know how long I thought this nail was, but I was tripping. And as you can see, when it's cold, it's pink, but when it gets hot, it turns into a clear color. So, it was amazing to work with. I love this polygel. Usually I cure in between each nails because, my klutz, I will mess something up and I ain't got time for that. But in this instance, I didn't want to cure in between each nail because number one, this polygel was so easy to work with. And number two, since I already had the blob, I guess that's what you can call it, on my ring fingernail, I didn't want to accidentally cure that in my LED UV light because if you know anything about gels, if that light touch it, it's cured. There is no coming back from it. Like, it's just over for it. And I did not want that blob cured on my nail. So I just decided to do both of these two nails at the same time, and thank goodness I did not accidentally hit one of these nails and mess it up. But then when I did finish, I cured both nails in my LED UV light for 60 seconds, and you will see it turn clear. So here I'm using my alcohol and wiping off the tacky layer from the polygel because polygel has a tacky layer. No matter what polygel I've ever used, they all have a tacky layer. So before you file shape and buff, please make sure you remove that tacky layer because I have messed up plenty of files. And that is my file and my buffer I'm going to use. And honestly, I really didn't even have to use my e-file. And those are the nails after filing. And I'm using my P15 color from Abrit so I can draw my little gingerbread man. We got Gingy on our nails, shawty. We got Gingy. After I finished drawing Gingy, I cured him in my LED UV light for 30 seconds. And now I'm going to use my Lavender Violets black gel polish and my white gel polish to do his designs and his outline. I did initially use the black for his eyes, and I was like, nah, they just look so creepy. But I wound up changing it in the end. And Gingy can't be little Gingy without his little white little lines on his feet and his white little lines on his hands. Oh, so adorable. These came out so much better than I thought they would. I made that line on the, I guess you could call it the right leg, entirely too thick, so I wiped it away and just redid it. But I practiced drawing this gingerbread man, and shockingly, it was a whole lot easier than I thought it was going to be. But I had a ball drawing this. After I finished the white lines and got them how I wanted, this is when I changed my mind and I did his eyes white, and I gave him a nice bright white smile. And then I cured that in my LED UV light for 15 to 30 seconds. I think it was 30 seconds, but I'm pretty sure it's 15 seconds. And then I'm using my red lavender violets to give him his little gumdrop buttons, not the gumdrop buttons. Then I cured his little gumdrop buttons in the light for 15 seconds. And then now I'm like, I feel like this will pop even more with a black outline. Y'all know I love my little outlines. I feel like outline will make just about any and everything pop. Like, that's just how I feel. If you don't feel like it's looking right, outline it. That way, when you do outline it, and if you do a good job outlining it, it makes it look even better. Because my gingerbread man, in my opinion, he wasn't perfect. But when you do the black outline, it covers up some of the flaws that you had. Because one of his arms was definitely bigger than the other one. But I really love this little gingerbread man. And if you look really closely under Gingy, you can see the tip of my nail is turning pink. I usually keep my nail room kind of sort of chilly. I don't know why. It just is more comfortable for me. And honestly, with this color change polygel, nothing ever changed other than the tips. Like, I guess my hands stay warm, so the tips were the only thing that ever changed colors. I got my outline exactly how I wanted it. I cured that in my LED UV light. That one I actually did cure for the full 60 seconds because darker colors, it needs longer to cure because of the pigment. And now I'm going with my red lavender violets color, and I am making a candy cane. This is like the simplest thing to draw. And honestly, this one I didn't outline. Alright, now I'm using my skinniest daughter to make sure I get the candy cane to the thickness that I want. I cured that for 30 seconds in my LED UV light. And now I'm using that same tiny daughter, and I am drawing the thinnest of lines that I could possibly make because y'all know I don't use brushes. Brushes intimidate me and stress me out. I don't use brushes unless it's my cleanup brush. Once I got the candy cane how I liked it, I cured it for 30 seconds in my LED UV light, and now I'm using my Model 1's top coat that came in my Polygel kit, and I'm just bringing those nails back to life. I'm making them shiny and sparkly and prettyful, and I always say, cap those free edges, cap those edges, sis. We ain't got time to be losing a manicure. Cap those edges. Once all 5 nails has had top coat applied and my edges have been capped, I will cure that in my LED UV light for 60 seconds, and then it's time for a cuticle oil because these nails was dusty, crusted, and busted, and now they look like they have been brought back to life. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join the family because you won't be disappointed, and let everyone know what your girl is up to. Bye!